Hi, connections. I'm going to do some clarity for us. I went and pulled from the energy today, which was a beautiful alignment. But we have both energies present, which was very intriguing. We had clarity already, and we had a lot of questions. A lot of questions. A lot of people have a lot of questions. It's almost going in the belief aspect. So I'm going to do some clarity. I'm going to use Gaia, to clarify, and then I'm going to pull from the psychic deck to let you know what you already know. Do some clarity for what you already know, Why not? We all love it. I mentioned that too. I got the PoweR out. Communication is really, really, really important. And I'm a self-expresser, so I'll grab that for sure. And I had some grapefruit today. It was so delightful. So you may want to partake also. And it was so red. It was so juicy. It almost made me choke a little bit, but yeah. Just thought those important aspects to highlight on. It goes with communication. Familiar behavior. Familiar behavior. Are you recognizing familiar behavior within yourself? This is coming off like masculine energy. Very intriguing. It's like facing yourself. This can come off as competition, honestly. It's a lot in that. It's a saying. I don't know if it's good enough to say at the moment, but when people say they want to test your manhood or something of that nature, it's somebody as dominant as you are. It's familiar there. Familiarity. Jesus had a minute getting that out. Intriguing. And he got his fist up. That's why I said it could be competition. Somebody could feel like you're stepping on their toes. That's clarity for sure. What else is in that? If I get some more. Oh, I need to pull from my... I call it the V deck just because I got a V on it. And it's at the bottom of that deck. It's important. Now I'm going to pull it out. Intriguing. I should go grab it. And this just flipped out. What is this? Ha 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 ha. Me behavior for sure. Ha 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 ha. I gotta look at the back of this case for this. Blue Angel. Your communication is coming through your hands. For sure. That's why I said maybe behavior. I already seen the flames on the hand, like, ah ha ha. It's the third eye, it's the guidance. That's why it could look like competition to somebody. It could be intimidating. But it should be familiar in a beautiful way. Communication is so important. I keep going back to this card. I know you can think about my drink. The throat chakra, clouds, water. I feel like there's a unity. But it's all over this person, like from the head going down to like the spinal. This one is like, it's in the face aspect. So that might be even how they recognize me because it's them. He's like, oh my God, I'm recognizing myself. That's how the other person could be thinking, like, I'm recognizing myself. It's not aggression. It's not supposed to come off as aggression. Very intriguing energy. They feel intense just because there's somebody who's going to get on the fence for sure. But they shouldn't. They should be welcoming. It's them. But then again, they might not know that part of themselves. That's intriguing. Something that I notice about people in higher positions. They have insecurity problems. They actually don't know them. They normally are the ones to do counseling and therapy. Them are not usually what they would call broke people or people of, they can't even afford it metaphorically, Also, I don't want to go there on that aspect because I have seen programs and things that's available for, they say, poor people. But seriously, people in high positions, they be doing therapy and counseling because they mental ain't right or they don't know how to perceive what they're receiving. It's intriguing. And that could be that energy coming upon them and they feel intimidated because it's the part of them they don't know, or they think it's something wrong with them. It's that energy. I must say I don't know because I'm doing an overall aspect. Nobody like directly into me, like directly, talking to me back, where I can be able to be like, well, that's you, or this. It's just overall energy of what I'm seeing at the moment. These hands getting my attention. It could be a message you come through. To the bottom of the deck. This goes exactly with that. Perfect. Is that healing? Haha, healing for sure. How intriguing. And it's in reverse. I'm gonna put it up right though. This is a new start. It's a new lesson. How intriguing. I ain't even get to this card yet. This feels like crossway energy. And it's funny because it's the end of the year. It's December. People already know what's around the corner. A new start. But this aspect, definitely with the energy that I'm aware of, it's definitely a new start. And you're getting a really big opportunity. Are you going to take it, or are you going to loop back around to your circle? This is a new start. This is a loop back. It's intriguing. And it goes with the healing energy. For some reason this is catching my attention. I don't actually know what it is. I'm going to look at it more, but this looks like a cemetery tomb. And it's a frog on it, and it's next to a tree. This may you need to go visit the cemetery. If you got loved ones there, or they're actually present. You could be birthing another child. This is an intriguing energy. There's two frogs on the side. They're talking. There could be this energy. I even did this energy kind of today. Think of how to explain this. Because it's similarity. It's roots that's connected but separated. And then this energy, as I said, it reminds me of a cemetery. But over here, there's two other frogs talking. And they seem to be talking about you, and you don't know it. Or there's something that's not even to fruition yet, as into you meet somebody and then y'all have a baby. There's a tree right there. It's rooted. It's a lot going on, Jesus. This is a lot, yo. Like, a lot. I see me, though. You see me right here? I'm right here. Yeah. I even got my little symbol. It's on my neck. It's the end is complete. But the snake, they say that's the bad one. They be telling you things that you're not supposed to know. It becomes a competition aspect. I shouldn't give myself chuckles. It's just something that seems so simple and obvious somehow come off like, you see, competition makes sense, but it don't make sense. It's a slowdown. There's no way that growth should inform in this in an overall beautiful alignment. That's the healing part. And it's a choice. You get to make a choice. This actually makes me feel really good about this year ending. I always say years blend to me. It really do. I got to honestly change my perspective on how I even think of a year, honestly, because I time loop all the time, yo. So it'd be really intriguing for me, but this is exciting. This is literally a new start, and you get to choose it. Like the guidance, the eternal guidance is here to guide you for the next year. Do you want it? Have you been faithful? This is a journey where you can't come off the path. I think I talked about that in the last translation. You have to stay true on it, and then your seeds is ready to bloom. Or did you forget that you manifested that? This seemed like this is something that's been in the working. It's not like it just popped up to your door. Maybe you might win the lottery this year, Scratch offs, I'm all about that. I even downloaded a game named Bingo. I got inspired by it just because I'd be wanting something fun to do. And I was like, what's something that I would like to do? Play bingo. I heard they have great prizes, but I have an app on my phone. And honestly, I want to talk about that. I'm going to talk about it now. I might edit this video and just add that part in just because I want to talk about it. Bingo helps me meditate. It's a focus aspect. You have to focus or you'll miss some things. And sometimes I'd be so focused that I really do miss it. And I'd be like, where did I just go? Like, it's really meditation. It really helps you think, and you really have to be focused at the same time. It's intriguing, and I enjoy it. Honestly, it lets me know I'm on track when my mind gets to going all over the place. To know that I'm still present. Because when I drift off, yeah, I would miss it. Like, I heard that. But, and I even got ones where you can have more than like one card. That's hard. It's hard to me, but I'm on the starter aspect. One card, please. It's a lot of focus, but this is what that is. That's that cup. This is so beautiful. That would make me want to cry. I'm trying to think of a quote that I've heard when it comes to this. Like, all the work have not been for nothing. Like, that's funny. I thought about this before I even started to translate. Because I was like, I should get all dolled up, because I already knew I was going to be translating today. But then I actually got inspired by connections that I had. And I realized, oh, you're seeking, intriguing. You have a lot of questions. And it seemed like you know the answer to it unless you're just not paying attention. And your answer normally going to come through me. But there's other ways you can recognize it. But I was like, nah, I'm just going to put me some little lip shine on and call it a day. And that's what I did. I am coming to, serve. So it's like it makes sense to show up appropriate. But I feel like I'm rambling now. What the heck was I talking about? Like, to describe all that is just like, geez, I'm present. You'll receive the message. But I did feel playful. And sometimes I actually do the most. I get real dolled up just because I feel like it. And I don't get to go nowhere, but I'm recording, so it makes sense to me. It works. And I really forgot what I was about to say, given that whole storyline as to how I showed up and why. Even though it was a reason that made me even think about that, but I can't even remember. So we're going to go to the psychic deck and stick to what we know and what's just meant to be, okay? And what's just meant to be. What is something that we already know? Just give me something that we already know. I don't feel like none of this is blind spots at all. Nature. Get out in nature. What are you eating for sure? It's a good time for my little green lovers, get on your green business. I'm just saying, this tree is catching my attention and it's full of green. And I've gotten my grapefruit, so I'm on it. But nature is really important. And what are you eating? Communication is on intense mode. I'm thinking of how to describe this, how I felt today. When I was out in meditation form. I be out in nature a lot. Like, at the moment. And it seemed to actually be my whole history. I always came off as a homeless person. And I actually made a video about this. I have my own homes, but I'm just thinking overall. And I don't feel like breaking this whole storyline down. I'm going to give you parts at the moment and you'll understand later on. Because I already talked about it pretty much. And I'm a nature element. Naturally, I'm a Taurus. But realizing I'm going to sum it up for you. I'm not going to skip over it. I'm going to sum it up because it's important. I never felt like I had a family base, but the people I grew up with, I never realized that it was dysfunctional. Like, normal wasn't normal, but then again, it is normal on a perspective aspect. But me and my level of awareness that I'm at now is just like, I wouldn't consider that family. I would consider that a class, and sometimes students from class join you. But for me, I know I create my own family. We have an alignment, but somehow we got separated. It's an intriguing aspect, but my present aspect, I do identify as homeless because I stay with somebody. I don't have my own place. But a video that I made before, I was asking, does spirit have a home, or a spirit a homeless person? And I wanted to say like Mother Earth or things like that, but that's not what I said, and that's not what I was thinking during that time. But seriously, do I have a home or is homeless? Because I identify as being homeless. I stay with somebody. I feel like anybody who stays with somebody, you're considered homeless. But when I understand the understandings of oneness and never no separation, it's just like, it becomes something intriguing to think about. Like, what does it mean to have a home? Because the overall is home. So it's like, it'd be intriguing. Is there any more messages? This translation is just, it's intense for me. I can feel this energy. I'm still stuck on this one. So this is definitely an awareness aspect. It depends what level you've been on. And honestly, I've been feeling the energy toward myself where somebody will harm me for sure. Out of honesty. My honesty would cause harm to me from somebody else. So they want to hide something. If they're doing something wrong, they want to keep it, you know. They can't even say between them. It's just, I don't know. They just think they can, I don't know how they express that. Intervene in this aspect. You can't stop this. You can just really, really fuck up for you, you know. But this feel like that same type of energy. Honestly. And the mirror. History always repeats that. It's intriguing. Spirit guides, there we go. Mirror, spirit guides, and time in reverse. What was I saying about time? History. It always repeats back. When certain awareness levels intensify, somebody always want to slow that down. It's like they don't want forward business to happen, even though it continues to happen. They see what they're trying to stop still gets through. It's in us. It operates us. But it started in I can off one body and it's just gone. It's almost like the saying that I heard, and it makes sense for this expression I'm giving. One bad apple ruined it for the rest. You know, it's just like you thought it was over, and it never stopped. And it didn't even start in a form. That's the intriguing part. It's almost like that in the beginning. But people like me, I'm a creator naturally. That's all I do. That's why I'm able to recognize this energy and translate. It is myself. I know I create daily, and then I see it happen. You know they said on the first day created this, and the second, then on the seventh day went back and observed everything that created. That's me. I do that daily. Honestly, and it'd be intriguing. So it's like it's easy to identify yourself by the natural things that you do. Which some people say that's playing God and things like that. That is what you are. The only time you playing it is when you're going against yourself. It's not you. It's obvious, not you. Impersonator for sure. But I like Halloween. I like costume time. I got feathers and like I'm all with it. But I do identify who that is. I'm not trying to impersonate like it's just all me. That'd be weird. Cause let me go down the line, see if I can remember since I kind of put myself on the spot for a second. You got the mind, you got the body, you got the soul, and the spirit. You have to realize you won't come off like you have bipolar behavior, for sure. But it'd be a legit alignment, just like the rainbow. I had a hard time with that before, because I thought maybe something really was wrong with me. That's why I went for a mental evaluation. Cause like maybe this shit ain't normal. Maybe it is bad. You know, but it's like nothing I ever say or do is that. Some of the side effects come off like it, like you losing your home, you losing your child, you know, like you ain't got no friends. Even though I have changed my perspective when it comes to that. I got tons of friends. They're faithful for sure. And they normally in higher positions metaphorically than me. And I know they're faithful because I go and collect off them often. And they normally, because I do it on Instagram, like the last couple of ones that I added, when I went to their page, like I showed up to their house, to their door, they had my confirmation as their most recent post. Faithful, for sure, you know, like, so that's friends to me. That's beneficial to me. It's just, this part I talked about it yesterday. I didn't record, I speak out loud to spirit sometimes. I communicate direct. And that's one of the reasons why I went for a mental evaluation. It's like, I do this sometimes. Like, I am recording right now. I'm aware that I'm recording, but when I'm not recording, I do this sometimes. And it's uncontrollable. And that's the intriguing part. That sometimes come off as crazy, but it's like, if you hear what I'm saying and the things that I do, you would not identify as that being crazy. You would say, that's a miracle, that's a blessing. Wow, is magic happening? Like you would think it's like the radio, like a live aspect that's supposed to be happening. You know, but I learned to identify most recently by I'm just being present. Being present. Like what you thought being present mean? How'd that go? I feel like there was something else I was about to say, but I honestly kind of forgot. And I don't want this video to be too long, honestly. I've been enjoying the way I've been doing my videos. I used to get a little upset because they would stop me, which I'm guessing they learned in the law correspondence and, you know, all those aspects. When I say respond back, you were told not to do that, so you knew not to stop that video. What you need is coming through, okay, is what I'm getting at. But I don't feel like getting snappy. I don't even feel like it. Yeah, I'm going and dwelling energy. Somebody had to touch on that topic, you know, and that's bipolar behavior right there. That comes off like that. If you watch that and you listen, that was me outside of myself for sure. It'd be intriguing. I know how to recognize when spirits are translating through me. But sometimes I get a little intrigued because, like, which one am I? Am I the soul or the spirit? Or am I the mind or just the body? Am I all the above? Are you sure? I shouldn't juggle with stuff like that, but serious, that's even how I sit there and said people were seeking. They had a lot of questions, whys. Just because I do what I do, I'm able to translate, doesn't mean that I don't have questions. Like if somebody bring me a question, of course I'm gonna have a question back. Like, so I got questions too. It's just I'm getting better at acknowledging my emotions and why I think it, other than, as I said, feeling like something's wrong with me, or some emotions are just emotions, if that makes sense. Because I have moments where I'm feeling great, then all of a sudden sadness come upon me. That part irritates me. I'm getting better at it because I'm aware. But that's me taking on somebody else's energy. Somebody needs some assistance. Something's wrong, you know, like, and that irritates me sometimes. But I'm getting better at it, you know. I really haven't been in that energy too much, which is a true blessing. It's just a lot of question marks. It is, some people are already knowing. There's a lot of bold energy. Even though I might be giving off bold energy, it's just, you know. Like, you've been faithful so long, there's no way that you don't know.